Hello guys, this is Suraj over there at Purely Canada, and this is my very first video. So I will be going through the ways to come to Canada. So I won't be going in much details for all the processes because every process needs a different video and different approach. So I will be telling you ways to come to Canada because I know I've been through the process, and everybody wants to know like how it happens and how you have to do the things right. So basically there are two main like ways. Like one is permanently coming to Canada, and the second one will be temporary. So we will talk on both of them in this video. And like you guys know, if you are into coming to Canada, so you guys must know that some temporary ways you can change into like becoming permanent, right? Some ways have potential, so we will talk into them as well. So let's go to our really first way. Okay, so we'll get first way. So first way would be, firstly we'll discuss about permanent ways, right? So number one would be, if you guys are familiar or not, like express entry, which is federal class. So it is the thing is for the people who are younger, and mostly Canada changed this thing because they wanted to attract younger people with like good qualification, and like they don't have families. Because I know personally, like with people, like if they have wife and kids and they are in their 30s, they rarely qualify in this thing unless they have PhDs and their wife has masters or anything. So this is not the easiest way, but for it is easiest for the people who have points in this. Mostly younger people who are like below 25 and have bachelors or masters are mostly qualify in it. And if you're fluent in English, obviously IELTS make a great uh, uh, thing in this one. So I will talk about the pros in this. So it is fast processing once you do it, and like in 3 months there is a draw and you get invitation to apply for the immigration. So that would be the best way to get it. Like I came here on a skill basis when the federal was only 67 points, so that was a great way to do it, but it's not an option anymore. So, and the second best thing is you can live anywhere in Canada, any province you like. If you are like more into from like eastern countries, so you would like British Columbia or Ontario, or you can live in Alberta, which I'm living in. Oh, there's a lot of snow in winters, right? So these are the pros. Like you can live anywhere in Canada. This would be the best thing. Like you can get job anywhere. Cons, like people don't have enough points to qualify in this, and if you're married and your wife don't have a university degree, you don't have enough points, right? So this is basically the same thing, so you don't qualify for it. I have seen a lot less people get qualified for that. So this is basically, I can see only con for this one. So you have to score a lot in IELTS as well. So now, apart from points, I don't see any cons in this category. It's the best category if you have points, so go for it. If you can make for it, go for it. You just need a basic guideline and how to do it, right? Now we'll come to permanent ways. So the second way would be provincial nominees. This category is nowadays very famous because people are really like being qualified in express entry, so that's why they are going for provincial nominees. So I will talk about what the provincial nominees, basically you getting the freedom, like if you are in your 30s, in your 40s, but you have qualifications and you have not much of points, so you can apply for the provinces. And you can, like what provinces do, the every and each province has their own requirement. If you fulfill those requirements, what they do, they put 600 points in your federal express entry pool, and you get nomination in very next draw, and you can apply for the immigration. But the worst thing about this is you can't leave that province for like certain years, and you have to live there. If you leave it, they can like claim and say that we can get the immigration back from you, permanent residency back from you. This is the bad thing about provincial nominee. That's why I said federal express entry the best way. At this time, many provinces are taking applications, but each province has different requirements, as I told you earlier as well. So I will be doing detailed videos on each province in like a few days, and I will let you know so how each province is doing and what like every province's requirement is. So we will go in detail in other videos. So I basically told you this video is just give you the idea how to do these things and what things are available. So now we come to temporary ways. So temporary ways are not a lot, but temporary ways you can find some ways which have like you can change yourself from temporary to permanent. So we'll talk about what the temporary ways are. Firstly, temporary resident visa, which is we call it normally visit visa, right? I will go in detail how you get the visit visa and what it does for you. Then there's a student visa, then there's work permit, and now we will go temporary resident visa. So temporary resident visa, now this is really simple, right? You just acquire by applying to Canadian embassy in your country, and you just provide them the documents they require. You provide them all the application and fees. They simply see if you are eligible, they give you the visa. So like it doesn't depend like you if you are applying for multiple entry or single entry. So you can apply for multiple entry and you can get only a single entry and like less amount of months you really ask for, and you can apply for just like single entry and you can get multiple. So it depends all on the officer and your case, right? Because if officer think you won't be like doing much what you said, like you won't be coming back, he can give you only one visit, or he eventually can decline you as well. So I have seen people getting 10 years fees multiple entry, or getting 6 months single entry as well. So I will stress to it, if you need really a visit visa, you have to like visit your relatives, go somewhere. You have to show strong ties in your home country as well, by saying that you have like strong ties by family, or you have strong ties financially, you have businesses, you have job. So if you show these things, I have seen people getting visa very easily, like in 10-15 days, and it also depends on your country of residence as well. So they just want to know that you won't be living there permanently, and they just issue you the visa. So this is the thing. That's how I think visit visa really easy, not that difficult. So now next thing is study permit. So study permit we'll talk about. So study permit is the one thing which I told you about. It has the potential to turning into a permanent thing, right? So I have seen here nobody goes back after a study permit. So what they do, like if you are studying for 1 year or 2 year, they give you work permit for 2 or 3 years. I will be doing a detailed video on the study permit as well. That how many years you get in a study work permit after a specific amount of study time, right? So but the thing is, this has potential. Nobody goes back after a study permit. I have never seen, unless people want to go back, they don't like here and they want to go back to their home countries. It happens, and I have seen people going back. So and the job you find when you get the work permit after a study permit, it's really easy to apply for provincial nominees or federal. It depends on whatever categories are available at that time. So we'll talk about that as well in future, when I will be doing a whole new video on a study permit only. So let's see what we have to cover in a study permit again. So a study permit is the same thing for application. You have to go through your home country's requirement, what they are asking from you, what documents they need. And yeah, they need you to be financially strong. You have to have bank statements which show you are financially very strong, so that you can support your stay for, like if you are staying there for 2 years, you can support your stay. And they don't actually want you to work there, but obviously you can work there. Students are allowed certain hours a week, but the thing is, they want to see you have enough funds for like 2 years. Another thing, they want to see that you have strong ties in your home country and you will be returning back. It's same like study visa. So So now we will talk about work permit. Now this is pretty wide category and a lot of people get scammed in this. So please, if somebody is offering you a lot of greenery and a lot of this is the best, come I will get you the work permits, please don't fall for it. Please verify it yourself, because what people do, it's a, maybe you know LMIA. Before it was used to be, I think, LMI. So now they changed it LMIA, which is labor market impact opinion. So what it does for you, for example, I'm an employer and I tell government that I need people, and I uh, made a lot of advertisements, but I can't find people here, so I have to get people from another country. So that's the time government assesses the market and then issues the employer LMIA. Then I have LMIA in my hand, then I post my jobs on international boards, and mostly people find LMIAs through references and contacts, not by posting on the job boards. Mostly it happens. So what happens when it is approved, it's really easy. After that you can get work permit, but it looks easy, but consultant would say like he has LMIA and he just needs your money. So what happened, like, to some people I know, the consultant would say you have to give me 2,500 or $3,000 and he can arrange LMIA for you. He won't say that he has the LMIA in hand at that time, but he will say he will arrange it. So what happens if you ask him in the detail, they will say that $3,000 is the processing fees or finding fees. If they find it, okay, it's yours. If they can't find it, those 3,000 are there in their bank and you are short of 3,000. So this is what happens mostly. They will say they will find it, but they don't have it. So the best way I have seen people getting successful in this category by using their relatives in Canada. If they have contacts, they make contacts from contacts, and then they get a real LMIA. If some employer has LMIA, they can get from them. And if you are a potential employee, obviously employer will see the potential in you and they will hire you. But in Canada, reference is the main thing, right? If without reference you can't get anything here. This is the main thing. You can get the work permit through LMIA. So it can be closed, it can be opened. We'll talk about that in detail when I do a detailed video on work. Okay guys, so this was all about how to come to Canada, and I will be doing more detailed videos on each category and each process, how it's done. And please stay tuned, because this channel is about uh, everything about Canada. So how you come to Canada and how you get settled in. So if you like the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.